bad news is I have 21 slides. The good news is most slides look like this one. One word, one image. Want to talk a bit about innovation, and I didn't make the connection, honestly, that we are in an innovation hub at Lufthansa. But even better, who of you thinks L&D as a profession is innovative? Just show hands. Okay, hesitation. Who thinks not so much? Okay, share. I'm not so sure anymore. I've worked with an innovation team in my company. The company is called Supersite, and we are a creative services company. So we have a lot of designers, copywriters, video producers in the company. And I've learned a lot from that. And I think last summer, we started implementing AI workflows into designers' workflows, right? So I worked with the innovation team, with the head of innovation, and we had a lot of conversations, heated conversations, to be honest, about how can we bring these workflows to people so they can adopt them and they can actually use them on their work. Tricky thing to do, I can tell you today. But I've learned a bunch of things. One thing is, so the best way I can put this is, what is innovation for me? We have a status quo, and we want to go to a better future. In order to get there, we need some kind of change, right? And that's the moment in the conversation where I thought, yes, this is my moment. Learning is change, change is learning. I will tell them how to do it, amazing. And then I heard a bit from them about how they see L&D, how they see HR teams, and it looked more like this. We are here to establish things. We are here to maintain things. We're even here to protect the status quo. That's how they look at it. So it made me think, without saying if this is true or not, what can I do to drive change, me and my function in L&D? Okay? And the answers are not easy, but I have 3 lessons from this time that I would like to share with you. Number 1, break the process. What does it mean? Who of you has seen this or similar things?
Yes.
Yes, show hands. Eddie in a box, I would say. It's like we have learning needs analysis, we design, develop content, then we implement the content, then we evaluate it, and then we iterate on it, or we just throw it away if it wasn't good enough. And then technological kind of revolution comes along, in many decades the biggest one, and the best idea we have is this. That's the needs analysis with AI. Let's create more content quicker with AI. Let's implement quicker. Let's evaluate quicker, right? We need to break the process. And I think a good example of how this happens is thinking about AI tutors. It's not a linear process anymore, right? It is in real time. It can create content in real time. It can evaluate, it can understand needs in real time. So different, I mean, kind of the same, but it's different, isn't it? Like, it's not a linear process anymore. My second learning is that we need to embrace constraints. If you don't have constraints, implement constraints. I think we all have enough constraints. Usually in learning and development, we're not blessed with huge budgets usually. And the reason I say this is, I saw this innovation team set unreasonable goals, saying, how can I 10 times be more effective with half of the people, right? Thank you. And the good thing is, what it makes, it doesn't lead to incremental progress, but it helps you think in leaps. How can I do this completely different versus just doing a bit quicker, a bit faster, a bit better? My last learning is the balance between concerns and opportunities. I think there's always a lot of concerns when huge technological revolutions come along, right? And that's okay, and I think we should look at them. But if you want to innovate, I think you should do that. Create space for optimism. Because if you do, I've seen this innovation team going crazy, thinking they would solve the problems of the world. and people would look at them and say, this is a bit too much. But it brought them farther, faster, and they did crazy things. Really, really cool, because they allowed that space for optimism. Okay, I'll leave you with 3 questions. What is the process you need to break? What constraints can you use to rethink? And where can you create more space for optimism? Something to think about.